Football Cup of 1954. To Switzerland, to the football stadiums of Bern, Bâle, Zurich, Lucerne, to Lugano and Geneva, come the teams of the 16 nations who have won through to these final rounds in Switzerland. They come to decide who shall be the winners in the 5th competition for the Jules Rimet Cup. In previous years, the cup has been won twice by Uruguay and twice by Italy. The holders at the moment are Uruguay, and they've come again to attempt to defend their title. They won in 1950 and they won previously in 1930. The other winners, Italy, won the cup in 2 successive competitions, in 1934 and 1938. Now, the opening match is in Lausanne, the town which has high hopes of staging the 1960 Olympic Games. In this inaugural match, France meets Yugoslavia. The Yugoslavians you see in the darker shirts. Now, here are the captains. On the right, Bobek of Yugoslavia. On the left, Jonquet of France. And in the middle, referee Griffiths of Wales. And it's Yugoslavia who kick off. France fighting back, pushing the ball up into the Yugoslavian half. The danger's cleared, and now it's Yugoslavia coming away on the attack. Here you see the famous wing half Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Milutinovic, he shoots and it's a goal! 1-0 for Yugoslavia. French kick-off. And once again, it's Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Milutinovic. And up goes the goalkeeper and punches over the bar. Again, Yugoslavia. And once again, this fantastic wing half, Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky to Milutinovic. Now, he falls. And is he all right? It's all right, madam. He recovers. Once again, Yugoslavia come away on the attack. Now, a nice triangular movement on the left and a shot. But up goes goalkeeper Romete and clears. Now here's goalkeeper Romete, not making mud pies in the goal mouth, but rubbing sand onto his gloves. He directs his defence into position, and now he crouches, awaiting a corner from the right wing. Up goes Romete, punches away. So the score remains 1-0 at half-time, and France kick off, hoping to pull back and justify their seeding in this first round match. Number 12 is Marcel. Passes inside to Kopaszewski. But the Yugoslavian defence are playing tight, and this short passing game isn't getting France anywhere. Both teams combining well, but neither of them shooting as often as they might. Now out onto the wing, and a tussle with fullback Stankovic. Can the winger beat him? Yes, he does. Now overcomes the centre, but out comes goalkeeper Bejara, diving at the foot of a forward, and clears and saves the day for Yugoslavia. So the match ends with a victory for Yugoslavia by 1-0, and the French supporters understandably don't look very pleased. So to the second match, which is played in Geneva, where Brazil meet another American team, Mexico. Now, here's Brazil kicking off in the lighter shirts. Good ground pass right onto the right wing, and it's Brazil quickly away on the attack. A shot, but saved. Another shot through the fullback's legs, down goes the goalkeeper and covers up well. Throws out to his wing half. Now here comes the first goal. Watch it, a beautiful shot. And down goes the goalkeeper, but he can't keep it out, and it's 1-0 through Baltazar. Another one, Didi this time, 2-0 for Brazil. And there's the third scored by Pinero, who also, within a few minutes, adds the fourth. So to half-time, with Brazil leading quite comfortably by 4-0. And one wonders perhaps if the Mexicans ought not to stick to bullfighting. This is the king of the dribble, Jolino. And he adds goal number 5. Once again, Jolino comes through and shoots, but this time the goalkeeper saves and the match ends 5-0. And now meet young Marco, a little Swiss boy and his brother, sitting here listening to a report on one of the matches from the radio. And nothing quite catches his imagination like these 22 men fighting out on a football field in Switzerland. So to another first-round match, Germany in white shirts meeting Turkey. The Germans, who are unseeded, must win if their clever strategic plan is to succeed. Turkey, on the other hand, will be glad of a draw. Now here are the Turks coming through the German defence, and it's Turkey who open, scoring 1-0 through Suad. The Germans seem nervous at the opening, but they settle down. Now here's Schäfer calling for the ball. He comes through. Schäfer, he shoots a goal, 1-1. Far into the second half, the score remains. Turkey 1, Germany 1. Now, a goal, 2-1 for Germany, and the scorer there is Klodt. 2-1, and now the Germans, in the closing stages, really get on top of the tiring Turks. Another goal, and this time it's Ottmar Walter who scores. And it seems that goal number 4 isn't long to be denied. The ball comes out onto the right wing. A centre to Fritz Walter. He shoots, but straight into the hands of the Turkish goalkeeper. And there's goal number 4. It wasn't to be denied. Morlock who scored, and that's the final score. Germany 4, Turkey 1, and 2 points safely in the bag for Germany. But at this time of the year, Switzerland is not only a footballer's paradise, with its lakes and its mountains rising up like vast grandstands along the shores of these lakes, as even and inviting as any stadium. This is the lovely little town of Lucerne, on the shores of Lake Lucerne. And here, two British teams who have come through to these final rounds have made their headquarters, the Scots and the English players. And here's a familiar face, of course, Billy Wright, captain of Wolverhampton Wanderers, captain of England. And even in the rest camp, the ball isn't forgotten, and the players toss it from hand to hand, except one who sleeps and dreams perhaps of victory. So to England's first match, where they meet Belgium. The referee here is a German, Schmetzler. From the kickoff, it's England on the attack, and here's Lofthouse going through, he shoots, but against the side netting. And now it's Belgium on the attack. And they score. 1-0 for Belgium through Anul. This isn't what the English spectators had hoped for. England had had a disastrous tour in Yugoslavia and in Hungary, and the British supporters were perhaps a little apprehensive. But here's the great old wizard of dribble from Blackpool, Stanley Matthews, on the right wing. And while he plays, there's hope for England. Over comes a centre, but not this time. Headed away by a Belgian defender, and it's Belgium again on the attack, still leading by 1-0. Again Matthews. A lovely pass through. Tommy Taylor. Lofthouse shoots, and it's in the net. 1-1. And this is a bit more the sort of thing England supporters have been expecting. And you'll notice there's room for double figures in that scoreboard. Oh, and a lovely header there from Lofthouse. A beautiful goal, one of the best goals of the match. Down he went and into the corner of the net, past the goalkeeper Gierne. Now here's Tommy Taylor with a chance, but he wasted. But Broadis is on the mark in the second half, just inside off the corner of the post. 3-1 for England, and it looks as though the game's all over. But the Belgians are not to be beaten as easily as that. Back they come onto the attack. The English defence rests, and there it is, 3-2. And so into extra time. Through Coppens, the Belgians make it 3-3. Gierne saves there, and in extra time, there's one goal each, and the match ends in a draw, 4-4. The officials and players from Austria, one of the strongest sides in Europe, are welcomed in their training camp at Baden near Zurich. Goalkeeper Schmid turns and looks at the motto on the wall. Play fair, it isn't hard, it says, and it's a good motto for any international sport. Here's trainer and selector Frühwirt, and Probst receiving a little massage. And the Austrians don't believe in doing things by halves. They have plenty of balls for practice. Here's Hanopi, a name well known to opponents from Austria and Scotland. A real juggler with the ball, this man, with head and feet. Fullback, Happel. Centre-half, Ochvirk, one of the best in the world, a wonderful ball player in any position. Here's young Marco again. He's really excited now as he hears these reports coming in, and he wonders how much a ticket for the final will be. There you are, too much. Never mind, Marco. So to Zurich, where Austria meet Czechoslovakia. Austria have already beaten Scotland by 1-0. From the kickoff, it's Austria on the attack in the white shirts. Watch now, a lovely long pass from Ochvirk, in the air, onto the foot of Steuersball, lob, over the head of the goalkeeper and into the net, 1-0 for Austria. And through comes Probst, one of the men of this match. He's to score a hat-trick before the game's over. There's the first of them, from the edge of the penalty area, and crack into the back of the net. (2-0 for Austria after 4 minutes. And that one's saved. Again Probst. A lovely shot. His second, Austria's third. Now watch, here he comes again. Here's the danger man. He shoots. And there it is, 4-0. And Probst, again the scorer, a hat-trick from a wing half. Now here's someone injured. Who is it? Steuersball, scorer of the first goal, and sufficiently badly injured to be carried off, but not sufficiently badly injured to remain off. He recovers and quickly resumes. There's the 5th goal, and so the match ends. The score, Austria 5, Czechoslovakia 0, and from Zurich to Bâle. Here, Uruguay, holders of the World Cup, meet Scotland. Uruguay beat Czechoslovakia 2-0 in their first game, and Scotland lost a very tough match against Austria. So they're going to have a very stiff job in holding these fine Uruguayans. It's Scotland who make the going in the opening movements, but after that, it's all Uruguay. There's the first goal, a beautiful shot from outside left Borges. And there's the second, and this time the scorer, Miguez. And that takes us to half-time and a little music. but in the Scottish dressing room, not very happy music in Scots' ears, no doubt. In the second half, the Scots defence is completely overrun by these wonderful Uruguayans, playing beautiful football, every man in the team a ball player and every man taking part. And that one was saved. But 3 goals are added in 5 minutes. Borges gets the first, Abadi the second, and Miguez the third. There's Borges getting his. Now Abadi, the outside right. Splendid shot from the right wing, just inside the post, giving goalkeeper Martin no chance. Beautiful football, a lovely little back heel there from Schiaffini. And there's goal number 5. So 6-0 for Uruguay. Borges has scored his hat-trick, and there's still another goal to come. There it is, 7-0 for Uruguay. Scotland completely beaten. No 2 teams we've met before. Mexico, who lost 5-0 to Brazil, and France, who were beaten by a single goal by Yugoslavia in the inaugural match. We've seen the Mexicans in greeting laying their hands on their hearts, and it's heart indeed they'll need in this match. It's a tough struggle for both these teams, each yet without a point. And there's the first goal, a goal for France, scored by outside left Vincent. A free kick just scrambled away by the goalkeeper for France. But this isn't Mexico's lucky day. An own goal there by Cardenas puts them 2 behind. Well, after that, you might expect the Mexicans to give up the ghost altogether. But they fight back. A good shot. 2-1 through La Madrid. Hope yet for Mexico. They get a second, 2-2, and that takes it into extra time. Now watch. Just past the post. And again it comes. Shot after shot from the Frenchman. But watch this carefully. Is this handball or not? The French say yes, the Mexicans no, and the man who must decide is referee Asensi of Spain. He points to the spot. A penalty for France in extra time. Copa takes it, yes, and easily beats the goalkeeper, and so France are the winners by 3-2. Well, this is Marglingen, a lovely setting for the rest camp of the Brazilians. Time for mail from home, and here's trainer Moreira distributing the letters. Letters for Didi and Rodriguez. Letters for the stars whose activities in this distant country are followed so closely at home. The Brazilians leave nothing to chance. They've even brought their own cook with them to make sure that the diet is exactly what they would expect and what they would get at home. And they are, too, remembering the church of their country at home, even though they are so far away in Switzerland. Now, Yugoslavia versus Brazil. And here's referee Faultless from Scotland, a good name for a referee, and the kick-off. defence. Plenty of excitement, but so far, no goals. Now it's Vukac, setting Yugoslavia away on the attack with a pass into the other half of the field, finding his winger Zebek. A shot from 18 yards and into the net. It's the outsiders, Yugoslavia, leading Mexico. This is against the form book. And there's the equaliser. It had to come. These Brazilians have not earned their reputation without reason. And Didi it was who scored to level 1-1 before half-time. In the second half, both teams play copybook football. The Brazilians are the artists and the Yugoslavs the technicians. Not perhaps so complicated and perhaps not so artistic. But try as they might, neither side can score, and so they both go through into the quarter-finals. Marco, too, is keeping a very close watch on the teams who'll come through to the quarter-finals. Every newspaper report he scans. Now here are the Germans in their training camp at Thun, and Fritz Walter discusses with trainer Herberger the tactics and the selection of the team for this match, which they have to play against the fabulous Hungarians at Bar. For this match, a record crowd is packed into the St. Jakob Stadium. The German spectators are perhaps not too happy when they see that their team lines up with 7 reserve players. They wonder why Herberger is not fielding what could be the Germans' best side. Herberger has plans of his own, and they'll be unfolded as the tournament progresses. In the meantime, it's all Yugoslavia. They're very quickly 3 goals up, playing the sort of football that has brought them 4 years without defeat in Europe. However, the Germans hit back, and there's 1 goal away from the total of 3, scored for them there by Pfaff. So to half-time, and Germany, with 7 reserve players in the side, not too badly, and Germany, with 7 reserve players, not too badly off to be only 3-1 down.